You of Carthage here, back on Total War Rome 2, where we're gonna keep going on in the DEI campaign. Italian levies. Yeah, it's just kind of looking at some of these other units that were around. Don't see anything that I'm particularly in love with at the moment, in terms of other units that I want. So, Carthaginian units. Oh, I don't have a barracks here. I was like, can I really not recruit any Carthaginian units? We're still Celtic influence up here. And part of me wants to go ahead and build this up here too. It's going to take 10 turns, or 16 turns. Holy cow. Takes forever to build one of those. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and start building it. Let's see. We're actually at a negative public order here at Carthago. Let's go ahead and build a temple to Tanit. Should be able to help solve that. And we can spend a little bit of our way excess food. 16 turns to build this stuff. Wow, it takes so long. Reminds me of Rome 1 when it would take like forever to build buildings sometimes. We need to start moving these units up here to Patavium, these two armies, because we can't train anything else here. So I'm just going to start moving up that way. Let's go back down. So Ethiopia is firmly under our control, and these units are making their way back towards Alexandria, which is good. And then Hannibal, we want to get him across the waters here, but we needed some supply ships. And I was told that one of them will do it by the viewers. So there we go, one supply ship. And I've just got a few of these ships with marines being trained. We'll just get however many we can get in one turn, and we'll send them over and escort Hannibal across into Hibernia. And then in Germania, this army is trying to get to its intended target of Flevum and can't quite get there on this turn, so they're going to take some nasty attrition. And then I'm just going to move these guys down to get ready to hit Uberzus. There is an enemy agent down here. We got this mercenary veteran. Needs to come back down here to this army anyway. Got a spy. Just, holy crap, this is not likely going to work, but we'll try it. That does not surprise me. Okay. I think we kind of need to just end this turn to really be able to do anything, because it's winter time. I don't really have any movement points left. Making a lot more money now. Ethiopia really paying off for us. Paying some huge dividends. Let's go ahead and deny them the peace that they wish. No thanks, but no thanks, Epirus. No military access. Abdani kind of sailing back towards their own lands. Okay, should be the end of turn there. So Gizgo dies from natural causes. He'd been out there doing nothing anyway. Meganid, Hananids. Now we're not going to do a Barkid. We'll throw one of these other losers in here because this is going to be a do-nothing position. Let's get on up here, get that navy that we just started training. And let's go ahead and pull it all the way around here and get ready to pick up Hannibal and his men. We'll just kind of leave them down here at the beach. Let them have a little beach vacation. Okay, you guys just keep hightailing it back up here to Alexandria. It's going to take you all of 10 years to get there, but and we probably just need to make sure the public order gets real nice and stable here. Shouldn't be too terribly many turns before that's the case. Let's see if we can finally get to Flevum after taking some nasty winter attrition and some supply attrition. I think my guys are busy foraging. Not a lot of fight left in the Nervii here, so let's not waste our time. It's giving them some pretty spectacular chances, so let's take our time and do this right. I don't feel like they have this good of a chance, but we shall see. Pretty sure my Carthaginian Reformed infantry is going to poop all over these guys. especially with all the choke points. And then I got those mercenary longbow hunters that ought to be kind of fun too. Elephants, berserkers, whatever else we need. Let's go ahead and start the deployment here. Okay, it is this particular city. Not many. I know they made a map editor for Attila, or was it Attila or was it Rome 2? Did they make a map editor for Rome 2? If so, does anybody know if any of the city map mods and stuff work with DEI? If they don't, understandable, but just kind of curious if they do, so that we could add some maps. And if not, maybe in a campaign where I'm not using DEI, we can use that to add some different maps into the mix. Let's kind of put these weaker units here. And let's start pushing up. Got my general, just kind of move him up a little bit. Let's kind of push these units up.
Approaching.
Take the elephants over here.
Loyal sons of Carthage. Double time. Orders,
Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward. Try and get our men up a little closer. Kind of like to get these longbow hunters into a position to do some damage. They have some pretty nice range on them here. They should be able to fire at an arc up and over. Just get them up here nice and close.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Let's go clog up that gap there. Just gonna protect my archers with a little bit of cavalry here. We don't need much. Let's take one of these melee infantry around.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Just gonna push all the way up over here. Okay, so longbows. Let's maybe just start firing up and over at some of these garrison warriors. They should have the arc to do it. They do. See, I'm just gonna start peppering some of these Gallic units in the town center. Let's kind of unbunch a little bit right here. Get spread out to where we can match the front. AI is really not sure where they're going or what they're doing here, but let's go ahead and push up into it. We've got our hunters firing into this flank and doing some pretty significant damage. Okay, we got this infantry unit pushing up. Let's take our cavalry and push with them. Oh, reinforcing troops here. Belgate bodyguards. These are my heavy Carthaginian cav, though, fortunately. Let's soften these guys up a little bit with the longbow hunters. Those guys are safe because they really can't be outflanked. Okay, get my cavalry away. Took a pretty nasty javelin volley from those bodyguard, but they are taking some nasty volleys from my longbow hunters. Okay, let's get away over here. That should be good. We need to get away from these troops. They've got some armed tribes folks chasing me. So let's get away from them. Dang it, they got another javelin volley off on me there. Okay, infantry's holding them up great there. These infantry can push forward. I kind of got caught over here without paying attention. Big surprise. Let's get our general through this gap over here. Let's get these guys. We hit the Belgate bodyguard from both sides. It's shaken. Elephants should mop up this armed tribes, townsfolk, or whatever it is. Let's get over here into the back of all this.
One of our units has gone berserk.
Indeed it has. So my elephants are berserking into this armed townsfolk. We managed to wrap up their bodyguard unit. All this stuff over here is wide open for a flank charge. Let's actually get into the back of these units over here and then charge the back of this blob. Got our general moving in. I'm just going to pin all those guys in with my general, and we're going to run a flank charge here on the garrison warriors. My elephant's doing just fine. I'm going to war cry all these units out. Look at this beautiful, delicious blob of Nervii, all chain routing due to being completely surrounded and war cried. So I got them all blobbed up. Yeah, looking excellent at this point. Absolutely excellent. Only remaining troops they have are over here, and I'm about to rear charge them. Javelins in the back. I am in formation attack though, so my guys are going to attack a little bit funny here, but these troops ought to be out of combat here pretty quickly. Yeah, look at my guys are going to reform. That blob just got absolutely chewed up. Let's send all my cavalry. Well, let's send my heavy cav over here at least. What the heck? What is this unit? Cassetos or whatever? Yeah, I don't even know what that one is. Oh crap, about to get attacked by whatever they are. Maybe it's some kind of shipborne unit. Just run away, split up, just make them turn their attention. Shoot them in the back. Okay, I think we have pretty much routed these guys everywhere. Yeah, these were the units that came off their ships, I think, and they've gotten completely destroyed. So, easy victory over the Nervii there. Their forces really didn't stand a chance. Not sure why they were getting one in the auto-resolve. Look at these berserkers, man. Those guys got some kills. They must have gotten into that juicy blob right as it routed and picked up a bunch of kills, because otherwise they're not wildly powerful in this mod. At least not that I've noticed. And they have decent charge stats and stuff. In a rear charge, they'd be absolutely devastating. But just about any unit's devastating in a rear charge in this game, it seems like. Let's see. Well, sometimes these loadout screens, come on. Let's go. Alright, so that, for the most part, should be the end of the Nervii. Occupy their settlement. They will not be destroyed as a faction just yet, though. Really? I can't convert these? Well, crap. Let's just go ahead and research that. Because I'd like to be able to make use of this resource that we get here. What is it? Copper. Yeah. It'd be nice to be able to use the copper. Okay, is this fleet? That fleet's working its way around. We're kind of waiting for Hannibal. We destroyed the Nervii at Flevum. We're going to need a turn or two to kind of flip this place around. Let's go ahead and do the trading port here. And then let's flip this over into Temple of El Haman. It's going to take 10 turns. We don't need this one. Ditch that. Okay. And that's a Nervii fleet. Let's take our spy up and take a look at Teleferdum. And let's get this champion back into this army. Continue military training. This army's probably got some, yeah, they're getting some pretty nice chevrons. Okay. And then this army's just waiting to go after Norea. And let's see, these guys can get up here to Patavium. We can't really recruit anything just yet up here. I like the Iberian Scutari, definitely a nice unit. The Venetti Riders I think were pretty crappy if I remember right last time, so I wasn't real impressed with their performance. Yeah, we still got a lot of turns until this is solid Punic influence up here. What we could do is take this governor out of Italy, move him into this province, and have him help spread our influence faster there, which I think would be a worthwhile endeavor. So I think we need to go ahead and end another turn. Get the extra tax rate out of that guy, because why not? Doesn't hurt to have some money. Okay, so the Nervii fleet just kind of taking off into the distance. Which stinks, because that means their agents are going to continue to rampage. The Cimbri are going to have to be taken out as well.
There is much to be.
And the Ebtonians have a pretty substantial force of men over there, plus whatever they get on their garrison. So let's see here.
I live to serve the mighty Carthage.
Let's get this guy up here. Start governing with him.
At your command.
Yeah, there's not going to be any good mercenaries. This province isn't entirely converted yet either. So, really nowhere near that I can really get a good training base for training set up. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Actually, Magna Graecia. Yep, never mind. So I went the wrong way. You all need to just get your butts down here. And we'll head down to Magna Graecia and get these guys equipped. Might be some decent area of recruitment units to take advantage of down there too, so we'll go check it out. Again, think we might as well start upgrading that, because it's going to take 1,000,000 turns to get there. Okay, not quite 1,000,000, but close. Okay, I'm going to wait until I can coordinate my attack against the Suebi. And let's build up the public order here a little bit anyway. Go ahead and end the turn so my fleet in Britannia can keep moving around. I thought my fleet was supposed to continue to sail around Britannia. I didn't see it do it, so we'll have to make sure it does.
All I ask is a truth.
All I ask is shut up. Nervii just sailing off into the sea. Ha! The Nervii got whacked by the Cimbri. Hopefully that's the end of them. Sure would be great. Agent exposed. Yep. Nervii are dead, so that's fantastic. It is fall, which means I'm going to go ahead and get ready for some more campaigning. Tulliferdum is relatively undefended. Let's go ahead and maybe get up here and start scouting up to Rugion. This army is ready to smack down on Uberzus. I'm not going to move it ahead of anything else just yet. These guys can make it all the way down to Magna Graecia. And let's see what we can recruit. Oh yeah, lots of good stuff here. Sacred Band Cavalry, yes. Carthaginian Pikemen. Lots of units we can get out here. Sacred Band, holy crap, yes. Oh yeah. Let's see, so Carthaginian Elite Infantry, huh? 26, 83, 30, 17 weapon damage, 68, 38, 16, so slightly less weapon damage. Base morale is 76, 76, 48 armor, 30 health, 30 health. Let's see, like a late Carthaginian Hoplite, for instance. What is this? Cilician Marines, that's kind of cool. Late Libyans, late Carthaginian Hoplites, 2370. Yeah, so the Sacred Band definitely better than the late Carthaginian Hoplites. The late Carthaginian Hoplites have more armor, though, oddly enough, but they do. Let's get a couple of Sacred Band here. Some units in your army may have cap limit. Okay, so that's fine. They're gonna cap Sacred Band, so you can't just spam them. Let's see. We need... Let's put one unit of Carthaginian Elite Infantry in here too. And then we'll get Sacred Band Cavalry. Or should we go African Elephants? Oh yeah, we should definitely go African Elephants. Let's drop the elite infantry, African elephants, and Sacred Band Cav. Oh, what? I can only put 2 of them in an army too. Stop spamming, air. Stop spamming. Should we do Carthaginian nobles or just stick with Carthaginian cavalry because it's more, I think it's more utility to it. So there we go. So those guys will have a sweet army here pretty soon. Very sweet army. Oh, I love this music. Love the Rome 1 music. Yeah, we forgot to sail around. And let's go back down here and check. Build another library so we can keep trying to speed up the research. We're 1 turn away from 2 temples here. I'm pretty sure we're going to find that the public order here is going to be perfectly capable of supporting itself. So let's just go ahead and start marching up here with this army too. Okay. Still going to take those armies forever to get back to where they're going. Might as well end some turns anyway. We got 16 bloody turns before we can get that most improved barracks. But wow, Sacred Band, that's awesome. So excited to get those. Sacred Band Cav. Definitely makes me reminisce back to Rome 1.
A token.
I think I'm going to take out the Cimbri and then betray the Suebi. Alpine Pass is blocked by snow. That shouldn't be any huge deal. Okay, where is that fleet at? Really? Gonna take attrition? Can we fortify and avoid it? Yes, good. Okay, so we'll make Hannibal fortify. There is so much opposition over here. Look at that. Britain retainers. Casset champions. Chosen. Wow. Those are some pretty serious forces, to be quite honest. Some pretty, really serious forces. We are all Punic here, though, at Camelodunum, or whatever, however you pronounce that. I'm never going to say it right, so I'm not even going to particularly try real hard here. Let's raise forces. Let's see. I thought we had a Barkid candidate we can bring in here. Let's raise an army with him. We'll put him in a Sacred Band Cav. And let's get a support army ready to help Hannibal. So let's recruit units. Sacred Band Cav in there. Okay, you can only have 2, including the general. That's pretty interesting. African pikes, Carthaginian pikes. Definitely want an elephant unit. Let's see what we can get here. Siluri Warband, huh? These guys have pretty strong melee attack. Pretty solid weapon damage too. They're just going to be weak armor. Interesting. Britannic ambushers. Now that might be fun. Let's put a couple of those in the army. What about Carthaginian? Can you spam Carthaginian elite infantry? Apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make a corps of them because we haven't done one yet. So we got their 2 ambushers. We've got our cavalry, our elephants. We kind of need one more cav unit so I don't have to use my general as an active cavalry unit. Britannic slingers. Libyan peltist. Thinking about going with the Libyan peltist. There we go. So we'll get Hannibal an army to support him with, and honestly, yeah, we should be good at that point. He should be able to take a pretty good beating and still be okay. Flevum, this army, is it taking attrition? It is not. It would be if it was anywhere off the road, but they're apparently alright where they're at. What are the Cimbri up to? Like I said, I kind of like to bushwhack these guys. But, you know, if I don't declare war on them, they probably wouldn't declare war back on me. So, may not be a big deal. These guys are now diseased. That's always good news. Let's fortify. Gonna have to wait for the disease to wear off. Good old-fashioned disease. Let's take care of those upgrades real quick. Let's see, we'll take the reduced empire maintenance. Again, reduced empire maintenance. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Got a lot of armies on the march here. But like I said, we kind of need to blow through some turns anyway. It helps some of the buildings finally get done, helps some research get finished. It's not going to hurt anything. Lets us get our armies built up the way we want. I have considerably more armies now on the way too, which is going to obviously cost me a lot of income, but we've got enough income to handle it. Yeah, desertion is working on the Pride of Mago. These guys are going to start recuperating now, which is good. I think it's time to betray the Suebi. So we're going to go ahead and hit Uberzus. Oh no, we're trespassing on the Suebi. The Luki are going to join them. And Germanic Garrison Warriors, you wish. So we're going to take our first Suebi settlement. Be an auto-resolve on this one, but, you know, we'll definitely fight some of these on our own as given the opportunity. Go ahead and convert that over. Build up a farm here. Okay. So, just have a few minutes left. Let's see what we can do in this few minutes. I mean, I wonder if we would be able to go ahead and get... Well, even if I got Hannibal all the way over here, I'd have to keep him supplied. So we honestly probably want to wait until as close to the time as possible. Can I raise more navies? Armies, spies, fleets, yes. Honestly, I kind of need one up here, so let's go ahead and raise. I know it's going to get whoa, never mind, our income's dropping rapidly. Probably ought to take it easy. We can go ahead and hit Tulliferdum too, but they are saying in the auto-resolve that I'm going to get killed at Tulliferdum. We will see about that. Go ahead and continue the siege. So if you're so powerful, why don't you come on out and try and stop me. We can issue an edict in one of our entirely controlled provinces. Why not here, I suppose? Actually, let's do it up here in Britannia, where I'm probably getting more tax income. There we go. And that was because our Imperium increased. There's quite a few Cimbri armies up there.
We are a mighty people, well-versed.
I'm sure you are. Good for you. Mighty people, well-versed. Doesn't make me want to talk to you. Armored siege units, so we're getting some of that research done. Let's head back down here. Go into recruitment, let's get a supply ship, and then we'll bring that supply ship up here and we'll help ferry our armies across over into Epirot land and then betray the snot out of them. So that ought to be a lot of fun. This army is ready to go. Woo, the upkeep on those units, but it ain't gonna stop me. Alright. Get the elephants. And let's see. Kinda want some pikemen again. Can we get Lucanian light infantry? I think we gotta go all the way down to Sicily to get the crossbows, and we probably should. So let's think. So now I've got 8 heavy infantry. I got plenty of cavalry. Let's make it 10 heavy infantry. There we go. Got some sacred band. We'll go down and get some of those crossbows as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for Hannibal to get across. This army is 2 turns from being completed. These armies are just having a joyous old time marching across the desert. Sure, they're thoroughly enjoying that. Though they are getting finally closer to their destination. We can move on over and attack Petra and Jerusalem, actually, so no need to stop. Let's just keep moving these guys up. Can we recruit anything good here? Egyptian archers, Egyptian cavalry. Does not look particularly good. Egyptian levies does not look particularly good either. Let's see. What can we get here? Red Sea hoplites. Now that's interesting. Galatian sellswords. Scutari, of course. Let's get a couple of these Red Sea hoplites. They look okay-ish. Pull them in. This mercenary Numidian archer is probably redundant at this point, so let's disband it. And then maybe bring in one more of those Red Sea hoplites just to kind of fill them out there. Alright, I do believe I'm out of time for this episode. Looks like we've spent a crap load of money, but you know, that's okay. We'll be in a good position to really start expanding the empire extremely rapidly. See you back on the next episode.